So about that level 7 Urgot 2 Philios 2 Samira 2 game.
Oh,
that
yeah, I don't know.
that was wild. That was incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even sure what happened today. I feel like I was like trolling for like the whole day today. I'm not even sure why.
I don't know. Some games in there looked really good, and then it seemed like you had a little bit of fun with it at the end. But
Yeah.
that one game in specific, I just
Oh my
sat
God.
there. I was like, "There's no
No, after a
way."
few of the th after a few of the things happened, I was like just losing my mind. I couldn't
Eh,
believe it.
Jeez. Overall for the day, though, are you up or down? I didn't catch
Oh,
that.
I'm done for sure. I mean, I think I had like
Ah, man.
a slightly above average day in terms of placement, but like that does not cut it for sure at high rank, because then you're always gonna be losing more than you're winning.
Right. Oh, who got the bow?
I'll be recording right now, and then we can like check it out after. Just like try to talk about like your thought process out loud when you can.
Sorry, what was that last part?
Try to like talk about your thought processes like out loud when you can.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. All right. So right off the bat, I do like having the Yasuo pair. We do have an Anima Squad start too, which is really good. I'm gonna pick these up. I don't want to sell these because if I get Yasuo too, that's really good for me early game.
Yeah.
I do want the Renekton, but I can't really sell anything to pick up Renekton or Kale. So
Yep.
Sunfire early is really good. Alright, so Anima start, pick up the Renekton, probably can't make 10, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. Nah, I'd have to sell everything for 10. Pretty much. That's really good. Okay, so we get pretty much Sunfire start plus a bow. That's really nice. Uh, no additional gold though. Oh, I like the option of Jeweled Lotus here. It doesn't force me into having to get like IE or Jeweled Gauntlet with it regardless of the comp. Trade Sector does keep me strong. Uh, I'm gonna go Jeweled Lotus. Gonna go Jeweled Lotus. Pick this up. Sunfire Cape gets made. Anima start. Now, the one bad thing is I don't really expect to like win streak with this, but I'm just gonna at least try to kill a unit or two early.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I think it's like you want to level here, but like it also doesn't feel that good too.
Yeah, because if I want to level right, I have to sell like either these two or one of the Yasuos because I want to keep these pairs.
Yep.
Also, it's really good if I kill 2 units here.
Yeah. Especially with
Yeah, this is
Anima.
great. This
Yeah.
is perfect. I pick up. Yeah, I'll pick up Ezreal. Okay, good. Um, I don't think I make 10 here. Actually, I'll phone a friend. Would you make 10 here? Because I don't think I
Hmm.
would make 10 here.
Um.
I think I make 10 next turn.
Yeah, I don't think you could. You have to. Because then, I mean, you'd sell. The only way you can is if you sell the Yasuo pair, but you might still want to hold on to that.
Right. That could. pretty much be the next in.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up Wukong pair to hold it. Might as well hold the Lulu pair. I don't think I even kill one here because this guy's got Prankster in. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I think I prefer the Draven over the Lulu pair.
I can agree with that. Wow. Okay, that's really good because I can kind of do this and make 10, right? Yeah, I can make 10 off this. I get Duelist
Yeah.
in, Yasuo in.
Yeah.
I would, let's see, 4, or actually it would be, and then that.
Okay. Um, I think I would have kept the Jinx there. Like
I
maybe you
was,
can't, or maybe either Jinx over Nasus or um, just hold Jinx on bench because if you were to get a Riven, you could get 5 Anima in pretty easily.
okay.
Yeah,
My
I think it's
initial
probably
thought
just
process,
yeah.
right, was to get the bow off of her, and also I'm gonna try to probably swing this into either Recon Duelist or Samira angle. I feel like sticking with Anima isn't gonna be my best bet, especially since I didn't really get a tier start or anything like that.
So what component are you thinking here?
Crit Glove right off the bat. If I don't get Crit Glove, it's probably gonna be Sword or Rod.
Okay.
Okay. I could also get a second bow here, which is not bad. I'm gonna go with sword though.
Yeah, I'd go with sword. So I
Yeah.
think sword is good here because it allows you to potentially play towards spread shot,
Right.
and
100%.
spread shot can use like infinite swords. Yeah, like if there's a 3 cost tier augment here, oh okay.
Yep.
If
Good.
there's
Good. She
a
came
th
back.
yeah, that's
So
not
this
bad.
comes off. I don't make this yet. Oh,
Mhm.
Giant Slayer early isn't really gonna do much for me except for the item itself.
Yeah,
Um, I don't think I force any level here. I think I'm strong-ish as is.
yeah.
I think I'm fine on this side as well. I'll just swap those.
I still think the Jinx over the Nest is probably still stronger.
Okay.
Just for like the CC and everything. The Nest is actually not super tanky either.
Now, would you do it over 2-star Nasus as well, or
No.
just for one? Okay. Now, I don't think I can beat this guy. I don't know. I don't think leveling helps me against either of these two. But it would against him. So 66% chance. I feel like I just kind of stay, swap sides, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it is like a pretty big commitment to try to level at this point.
All right, so we did get the weaker guy.
Yeah, it looks like we might be able to
Hopefully,
win.
yeah, there is a good chance of winning here, which is nice. Yeah, okay, cool. So I sell the Annie. I want to keep a Kale. Kale pair over Wukong pair?
I think I'd keep Wukong.
Okay. Alright. I can definitely beat Krugs here without leveling, so I'm going to just wait and make 30 and level to 5 next turn, and then level to 6 on 3-2.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Damn, this guy's strong. Holy.
Wait, he went six? Wow. Wait, is he
Yeah,
a
he went
hustler
6.
or no? He just went six on
Two
two
star
six.
LeBlanc.
What
Damn.
the heck?
Yeah. Alright, what do we got? A belt?
Oh.
Nothing.
Yeah. Probably not.
That's rough. Prankster Recon. Sure, I'll hold just for Recon. Oh, make 40 or level? Make
Um,
40 or level. Let me check. Uh, oh, actually, about a 66% chance to win. I'm down to just level to put in the Ash and keep this.
okay. I think here, double vein is probably stronger. Also, you're not really looking towards playing like, if we're thinking about hero augments, like we really want spread shot, and we're not really looking for like the Kai'Sa ones, but this like opens it up for potential.
Okay.
So I think double vein is stronger and also makes our hero augments a little bit better.
Okay, I see what you mean. Alright. Oh, neither. I think Thrill's really good here.
Uh, it's probably fine, yeah.
Because we're going for now either 3 or 4 cost augment, so there is a chance we're not playing spread shot at all.
Yeah.
So I think Thrill is just a better option overall over the 3. If not, then it's a reroll.
Yeah, I think it's also a thriller roll.
Alright, I'm down for Thrill then. Um, goes in over any. Oh wait, no, we level, right? Whoa, he's 7 now. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. Hmm.
I'll hold these two. Of course. I wouldn't want to rotate into anyone else.
Okay. I think there's actually a chance that we could just sit level 5 for this turn, potentially, but
Oh wait, we don't win this, do we?
no, his Anya's LeBlanc.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the thing is insane.
crazy.
Can you quickly check his admin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Uh,
Doesn't
okay.
have admin.
Oh wait, he doesn't have it. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Sure. I'm down for that. Make. Oh geez, I don't want to have to sell all 3 of these, so I'm hoping we win this next round. I could just sell right side. This guy's got mech already. This guy is weak-ish. This guy can beat. Okay.
Right. Nice
I
swap.
think we win this.
Yeah, you should. There's no way. Pretty sure those augments are actually pretty bad in this comp.
Especially like this early on, I feel like doesn't really help too much.
Yeah, they both have pretty low value.
All right, cool. And then we keep Alistar. He's essentially our safe bet next in. If we two-star him, otherwise we can look for whatever when we get to it. Item. I mean, now we have to kind of tailor this to possibly be MF angle or whatnot, right? So, hmm. Or I could get a frontline item. Um,
Mm,
I'm gonna go for belt to finish out a Warmogs for a frontline item. and then itemize based on wolves, just because right now I feel like there's not a clear enough direction to really work with because there's no guarantee for the 3 cost hero augment.
Mhm. Oh,
That's a Samira. Well,
alright.
there's some direction. Oh boy. Okay. Don't have a sure shot. I do have a Ramus. Is this stronger just off the bat for right now?
I don't think it is. Or it's actually definitely not stronger, but it's like a choice that you could make if you wanted to like commit to Samira while also like making 40.
Right. I could sell these two and make 40, right?
Yeah.
That's what I
Also,
think
I
I have
think
to do.
you probably want to just finish the Warmugs if you got it off carousel.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Was, what's it called? Thinking about the units. My bad.
Yep, all good.
I think we're good here. Um, yeah, I'll make the 40 here because we definitely want to go 7 and roll a bit because we have one Samira at least. Want to get sure shots in. Okay. Um, do I even pick up this Riven pair if she's pretty much being pivoted out?
Well, if you're fully committing, I still think you probably pick her up because even if
Good unit to 2-star regardless.
yeah,
Alright, we want to dodge this guy.
she could just be like a temporary frontline.
To serve the greater good.
If only she had Prankster. She gets a cast? Ah, hope she got a cast off. Alright, so this guy's definitely trying to tower towards Samira. He's got IE with Jeweled Lotus though. That's interesting. Good
Yeah, I probably
call.
forgot.
Smile. It's a BT diff.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Alright. What do people have? So what the hell? Alright, you do you, man. Yumi, some sort of Prankster AP, Samira-ish AP. Don't even know. Okay. This game became a lot harder.
Violence.
Oh, geez. What am I even rolling for now? Let's see. Sedge Talia. Okay. This is awkward now. This is very awkward. Okay, that's a Zac as well. So you're in here. I want. No, wait. This is very awkward. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's okay.
All right. So we'll do this. You're not in. You're not in. You're not in. Hold these guys for a sec. I want to hold you. And this is going to be incredibly awkward. I have to just hope that I get the ace hero augment. Unless it was supposed to be like Shojin MF. But I could also
Uh,
probably blue buff MF.
yeah, you could still play anime from here.
Spread shot? Spread shot maker. Well, that's going to be support at the 4, so it's either spread shot or I aim for Samira support. Hmm.
Um,
I think I aim for Samira support. What do you think?
from this spot, that might be the best. I don't know how great spread shot is from this spot.
I'm gonna aim for fourth support. Shatter's really good though.
I think I'd keep rolling.
Uh, I can actually I can work with Void
Oh.
Mother.
Oh. Okay.
I can work with this because this will actually it'll go on Samira.
Yeah, it's just the support one, so.
Yeah. This gets sold. Okay, I can work with this. I can do like threats with Samira, sure shot.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what to do with the double tier though. That's the awkward part.
Um. Yeah.
Hmm. I still have Yasuo 2 just sitting here as well. I feel like I need to keep rolling. Let's see. I think I definitely keep rolling.
You probably want to drop out for
For like
sure with
20.
like either Silas, Nasus, or both.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna roll 20. There we go. That'll work. Then what I can do is like that, and missing a brawler. Oh, wait, no, not missing a brawler. What was I missing? Either way. All right. She'll hold it for now. This gets sold. Pretty much just sell all this if I win. Still have the Yasuo 2. Still don't have a sure shot.
Wait, that's an Urgot too.
Yeah, wow, that is indeed an Urgot 2.
Yeah, I don't even know what this guy's board is.
Urgot 2, Sedge 2,
With like
Set 2.
Talia support augment.
Gee, okay. Alright, maybe I need to roll 0. I just get bow here. Alright, this is one mess of a game.
Yeah, this was not an easy one. I think there's like
Not
a
at
few
all.
things, but it's okay. I think you're doing alright.
Alright, yeah, I think I roll 0 here, 34 HP. I definitely don't have a built enough board with 2 pranks or 2 brawler, 1 ace. So, that's what I'm gonna do. These get sold.
I'll deal with it.
Yeah, oddly enough, you're gonna go in. This looks better. Can... Okay, no. So... Okay. The only thing I need now, right, is a sure shot, and preferably at level 8, so I don't have to take anything out. Because if my current board gets 2-starred, I think we're solid. Also, I think this guy just gets blue buff, because it doesn't really go anywhere else.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, just have a naked Belvet too, which is kind of awkward. But she's doing things. She's definitely doing things. Okay. Yeah, this is awkward. It's a very awkward game.
Yeah. I mean, I think your board's like pretty okay right now. Just watch out for the hook.
I could not click and move the ASOL for whatever reason.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's really bad because I definitely I don't know if you saw my mouse on the
Yeah.
screen share. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the hitbox just didn't want to do anything there. That's really bad.
Yeah, I mean that sucks. It's like I don't know, just like unfortunate execution
Play.
thing, but at least it's like
Great.
at least you knew you were supposed to move.
Yeah. Could have moved anyone down there, honestly. Didn't have to be Asol, but like,
Yeah,
that's frustrating.
yeah. I think you probably want to just like have maybe some like melee unit hooked in that spot.
Okay. Um, Jesus is. I mean, I feel like the only thing to do from here right now is I gotta like level roll once. Because I can't keep rolling. The only thing on my board that can really go up is 4 cost units. So
Yep.
rolling here doesn't feel good at all. Um, I definitely still need a sure shot in, no matter who it is. Oh,
Yep.
hey, look. Okay, that
Yep.
works. So I just level and put. Oh, okay, that works.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh,
Uh.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Double gun blade goes on Asol. I probably duplicate the Sedge, have just enough to level, and this is just kind of my board. And I know obviously we have a Belveth too. I don't know. I feel like the Gunblade on Asol is going to be a little bit better, especially since it's not the carry augment.
Yeah, I think this spot's like okay. There could be a case to put these like exact items on Volvath, like even
Even
Blue
blue
Buff
buff?
Gunblade, but
Oh, you know what? Maybe.
yeah, I'm actually not entirely sure. Because the ASL still does like a lot of work. Just like applying anti-heal to the whole board, even though you already have Sunfire.
Right. Oh, Samira got cast canceled. I think we still win this.
Yeah, your board seems like really strong. Like I'd say this board beats like most stage 5 boards, unless they're like really high rolling.
Yeah, except for that Urgot too.
Oh yeah, maybe that guy.
Yeah, yeah, that guy.
Uh, can you
um,
check the other guy that's streaking right now?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or is
He's.
that the same guy? Yeah. Okay.
This is. Yeah, it is the Urgot 2 guy. Okay, cool. There's
Oh
another
wow.
Zach.
He is Mordekaiser
Um,
too now.
I don't even think I roll here. There's nothing to really roll for with 2 gold.
Yeah, you don't have the gold.
Okay. So I feel like my biggest opponent is actually going to be this Yumi board. Other than the Yumi board, I feel. Oh, okay. No, I think we're still fine against him. I think it's just the Yumi board, actually.
Hmm. I think we can greed putting Samira in like the corner. You just have to be careful that you're not in the same pool as that one guy with the hook.
Oh yeah, I actually just put both of them in the opposite corner of the Yumi player, like specifically. I didn't really, pay attention to which one was where because I knew that
Yeah.
the hook guy wasn't in our pool and there wasn't a sedge positioning, or well, not a sedge positioning on the side that I put them on.
Yeah. Also, this Ace is doing a lot, so that's really good.
All right. It's kind of can't. I don't think we could go 9 here, right? We're basically on 1 life with this guy.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
so I
true.
just kind of yeah,
Okay,
I just
nice.
do that.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. Like, you're not going 9, and then it's also really good to think about, like, if there's, like, an unbeatable player, where it's like you inevitably are going to lose to them once you rotate into them.
Good, sick. Uh, Hopefully we can minimize the amount of damage with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what happened here. He just has more
Yeah,
2, or got
he
2,
rich got
6.
richer into richest. Oh, okay. My Samira is kind of just not here. She cut class. I think I'm dead.
No, you're not dead.
No, okay,
It's like,
good.
you're low, but
1, 3. Okay. Jeez. All
it's
right,
okay.
we're hoping for a 5th.
I think, yeah, we'll
Frontline
see, we'll see.
item. Frontline item. Frontline item. I kind of want the Mord. Cool. Mord specifically here for Sedge, since I'm going to be kind of putting her in direct line and want her to like definitely get that cast off, possibly a second.
Do you mean the stone plate or?
Yeah, what did I say?
Oh, you said the Mord.
Oh, because he has the stone plate on him.
Yeah.
And it's not moored over him. All right, so take that off and hope for something. Okay, sure. Actually, just in case positioning doesn't go as well, I'm gonna hold the stone plate and put it at start round.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do that actually, because the Belveth. Sick. Belveth didn't kill Riven, and we
Oh.
kill Belveth.
Did you proc Ox Force? Oh, never mind, doesn't matter. Alright, nice. This could actually potentially be better than a top 4. It just depends on like if the other guy can like get someone else slow.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hoping for
maybe you could
some
get
sort of
4th.
knockout somewhere.
Probably 4th. 5th or 4th, we'll see.
I don't know. We have to deal with 26 HP, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it's gonna come down to like matchmaking also.
All right. Roll once for Echo. Nah, not this time.
Yeah.
Roll twice for Echo. Nah, not this time. Okay. All right. Still a Zephyr here. He's not really planning to move that because it's on his Nyla. No hook. Right side looks safe. And okay, so what I want to do is that. He still has Samara 1, so Sedge cast.
Yeah.
Okay, really good Asol ult.
Yeah. There's a chance we might wait.
There's a chance we don't win this round.
No, I was
Smile.
gonna say.
We don't win this round.
Oh
Smile.
wow. I guess Ascension. Ascension
Yeah.
mech too. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I
That
think we can.
was.
I think there's a lot. I think the biggest parts were probably stage 4 and everything, but we'll
Yeah,
take a look at that.
definitely. Then from there, the roll down plus hero augment just kind of spiraled it into a very awkward game to really work with, and I feel like I salvaged it from what I could, but I definitely feel like there was a big point in that where I felt a little bit dizzier than the normal person would in that state. Um, Especially with two tiers. The two-tier drop really threw me off.
Right. Okay. Very cool.
Especially if you're already angling AD pretty hard. Or well, I guess more so anima, but not MF anima.
Yeah. Okay, let's see though. Okay, so yeah, our start's pretty good. We get the options here. I think all of these 3 are like kind of takeable. You have like a bunch of pairs and a lot of things that you can potentially 2-star with trade sector. If you play like around anima, you might want to have like some upgraded units, and then maybe you could streak with anima trade sector. But trade sector is like it's like kind of whatever on 2-1, especially if you like roll, you pick up everything, but you can't 2-star some things or you don't streak. Because then you end up just being like low econ. I don't think you really need to take metabolic because I feel like your board's pretty strong, so I think Lotus is like fine. Okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, so probably just like Vayne Yasuo over Nasus, I'd say. I don't think I'd sell the Jinx. Like, having Bow on Jinx versus Bow on Vayne, it's like not that big a difference. And just holding the Jinx for potential 5 anima. And then the Jinx is also stronger than Nasus. I think just Jinx over the Nasus is probably your strongest board at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't think you need to be like super eager to like move the items over just yet. Um, okay. And then for component here, I think there's like a few things we could go. If you wanted to like commit to anima, even like Shiv would be something that's pretty strong right now. But I think just going like sword is like completely fine. Sword makes like a bunch of items, and also if we were to get like spread shot, it's really easy to put around swords. So I think I think you said you were looking for glove at this point. I think that's
Yes.
also pretty fine. Just like hard angling towards AD. I'm not sure if I like it as much here because you have the chance to play either spread shot or anima, and both of those lines don't really care about Last Whisper, or they don't really want Last Whisper very much. So I think I still prefer like sword on this carousel, but I could see it a little bit. Okay, so we got the Yasuo too, and it's like too expensive to level, so we don't. Okay, and I think we three streak, not bad. Let's see. Okay, probably just level 4. Oh yeah, here I mentioned it in the coaching, but you have to really be thinking about the potential for a hero augment, and then also it's kind of hard to like flash through them all, but just thinking about the hero augments that you're like interested in at this point. So in my head, you really only want you want like spread shot if it's like a 3 cost, and if it's like a 2 cost, um not sure. There's nothing much that you're really like very interested in going for.
Probably want
Maybe
the kaboom one, right? The
yeah.
attack speed or something.
Yeah,
The
the Jinx
Jinx support
support.
augment.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jinx support one, I guess, and then you can play around anima. But even then it's like kind of whatever. But yeah, maybe like those two. And then but adding in another synergy would add in the Ezreal augments, and then it would also add in the Kaisa augments, which could make it a little bit awkward even with 3 rerolls. So, especially since you have duelists already, so you might get like Fiora and Yasuo, but you probably don't have to cut duelists. So, I think that's something I'd be aware of. Also, I'm pretty sure just like the double vein is already stronger anyway, because the 2 recon doesn't really do very much. Okay, and then
Well,
this is unfortunate. Mhm.
with Jeweled Lotus, does the extra crit chance not that make that big a difference?
Um,
Because it's like what, like 20 or 25% on top of the 20 from Jeweled Lotus plus 25 as a base.
yeah. I guess that's something to keep in mind. I just think like Vayne as like a unit is so much better than the Ashe. Plus, like they would both benefit from Duelist. So I think mostly that like the Vayne as a unit does a lot more than the Ashe, and that more than makes up for the 25% crit from Recon. And you're not really using the dash very much in this portion of the game either.
Okay.
So I think the double Vayne over the Ashe. But also just like the augment tailoring thing. We don't get hero augment here. I think Thrill is like alright. Thrill is like pretty much always okay. But I don't think rolling here is like terrible either.
Hmm.
Some champions want Thrill more than others. Like Zed or like maybe Belveth or like Viego. I think it's like not as impactful on like backline units compared to like units that like drain tank a bit. Like the Zed and the Belveth and everything. So I don't think rolling here is like the worst thing in the world, but it's also like kind of awkward to pass up throw sometimes, because it's like
Right.
just like a solid augment. But
So now, if it were a roll, what would be the kind of like hope for augment?
okay. I mean, Anima +1 for sure. Even like generic stuff like Second Wind or like Phony Frontline and stuff like that, I think are pretty okay. Your items are kind of hard to make. Maybe component grab bag is like okay.
Hmm.
Exiles, trade sector. I
Okay.
think there are like a couple things that are like pretty decent. I think a lot of the generic stuff is like there's a lot of generic augments that are similar to thrill, but that are just like better than thrill. Like the components and the second wind and all that. In this spot in particular. And yeah, just in general, like you were probably like thinking this is like good enough, but I think it's something to keep in mind that augment roles are different than hero augment roles now. So
Yep.
you could actually be very aggressive in BIS when it comes to augments because like in this case you have a chance that the third augment is going to be gold or it's going to be hero augments. It's like 75% hero, 25% gold for the next augment, but in a lot of cases, let's say it's like gold then prismatic. In a lobby where it's gold and then prismatic, the third augment is guaranteed to be hero. And in that case, let's say that this was prismatic here. If you have decent options, you can be very greedy and then just roll here for something that's better than decent
Right.
because you know that the next augment's going to be hero, so you get all your rerolls back. Yeah, so I think rolling here is actually okay, but thrill is like a pretty safe option. That's fine. We get the Nasus. Oh, also another thing. Um, I think there's actually a case to potentially not level here. I'm not exactly sure what I would have done. I may have probably just leveled for like second vein. But on lost streaks, on like lost streak, and if you don't have something like very solid to put in, you could just save your level and not level until like 3-5, sack 2 rounds. It really depends on like how much value you get from like the sixth unit. Because keeping your econ at like 40 and the next turn 50, if you weren't to roll, saves you a lot of gold where you could like stay 50 starting from 3-5 compared to if you level now and you have to drop down to 20 here. I think leveling is fine here, but I'm just like as something to also keep in mind. Like you don't have to always level on 3-2. It's like natural, and in most cases you do, but you don't always have to level on 3-2 here. Mm, okay. And then we get the Riven, I think, right? So we get 5 anima. Okay. And now we have we have open sword, cloak, bow, belt, and we can look to make an item here. I was actually thinking that it could be okay to just go Shojin here or tier. And the reason being that next augment will be hero or not hero, well not will be hero, but if the next augment is hero, then you have the chance to play around both Shojin Vayne or Shojin MF. Shojin Vayne if it's spread shot, and then Shojin MF if you were just playing like regular anima. So I think just like committing here is like okay. It's not like really great because Anima without like the +1 doesn't feel like isn't the super strongest, but it just lets us make like some kind of offensive item here. But we go with Warmogs. I think that's like all right.
Right.
I mean, if you're still trying to play around like the Samira line, then you definitely don't want Shojin.
Right.
Uh, so the
The
Warmogs
main
is
reason again why I went for Warmogs was just because there wasn't like enough direction with this that
yeah.
I saw at least. So I
Mhm.
wanted to at least get another frontline item in since I already had, sword and bow.
Yeah.
And then hitting Samira and shop was the slap on the wrist.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if you went like tier here for Shojin, and then you get Samira, then it would like change things. Like maybe the tier would just turn into like redemption or something maybe. Um, but now that you have Samira, you have the option to play around it. You don't have to play around it, but you have the option to. Um, I think I'd probably just make 40 in this spot. By selling the Ramus Sona Alistar. So you get this back in, right?
I think we do, right?
Yeah, okay. I'd probably just make 40 here. I'm not sure if that's what we do. Okay, we do.
Yeah.
And then holding the Riven versus not. It only costs us one extra gold, but there's a chance we could still play into Anima. And if we do, then we definitely want this Riven, even if it costs us one gold worth of econ. And if we don't play around Anima, then we could still potentially play the Riven just as like a 2-star brawler. Okay, we scouted the hook guy pretty well. Um, okay. And then here, this is like the stage where you have to start thinking about what are you potentially playing. So like the two lines that we're kind of looking at around are um the recon not the recon spread shot line or recon anima line with spread shot, or we could go anima MF, or we can go into like sure shots. And a lot of that would be based on our items here. So hold on. I think we have like an open boat, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you can play around Samira and just make like it's kind of tough here. Like you don't really have that much direction on like which side you want to push towards right now. So the play might actually just be to get a stable board while also getting in the traits that you're kind of looking for. So like um you have the opportunity for like Last Whisper Gunblade, but the thing is, slamming the Last Whisper Gunblade now makes it so that you can't play like spread shot comfortably anymore. Because then, instead you could have had like Shojin plus like not even sure like Shojin Hodge or something like that. Uh, just thinking about like what these items can be.
I
Like
did consider like an AP angle at first because of Jeweled Lotus plus the Echo, but I feel like that was way too big of a pivot compared to the current board and bench state.
yeah, no, I think
And then
yeah.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like the only comps that I would really be looking at is like just like Anima or just Sure Shot Samira right now.
Okay. Yeah. I will say off the bat that I don't have enough experience with anima because I know that it's really only good with like a really good opener.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel like that strong with this current opener. I felt like,
Mm-hmm.
it was decent, but like decent enough to kind of roll into the fourth stage. So that's why
Yeah.
I was kind of angling to pivot out of it and not really stick to spread shot or MF
Yeah.
is
Okay.
personal thing with it, and also just like I don't know. I feel like anima, it's like okay, right? But I feel like you really need that beginning opener to really stack up what you get plus 2 stars early to make it roll.
Yeah.
Plus, I think you need a +1, right?
Yeah, you most of the time do. If you're playing around like vertical anima with MF, then you probably do. If you were to play around spread shot though, then you don't like really need it. You probably just play like you could probably be okay with 5, and then you probably even like pivot down to like 0
Okay,
in the end. Especially since
okay,
you don't have like the spat to get to 7.
all right. I've only
Um
played spread shot I think once or twice prior, and it was not even with an anima line. It actually started with a recon line.
yeah, that's like the best version.
Yeah.
There's a few ways you could play it. You could either play it with like 4 recon. You could play with like 3 recon and IE. You can play it with vertical anima, and you could potentially even play it with like duelists. The strongest one and like probably like the most consistent one is just playing it with recons and like maybe like threat frontline and maybe two duelists or something. But I think this is like a decent spot for it. Another thing is it's pretty easy to just stay Anima in the spot because we already have Silas 2, Nasus 2, Riven 2, and then we also have a Bane pair. So I think just playing around Anima is actually extremely easy right now. Um, yeah, but it is kind of hard because like you do have a potential Samira line open with Last Whisper Gunblade, but the thing is, if you want to make a decent Samira board, there's actually like a lot that you have to like pivot and roll around for because you only have like a board right now that caters towards Anima. And like let's say you're playing a Samira board, the only thing that you'd really be okay with keeping around is like the Riven 2. So it would actually take a lot of work to turn this into a Samira spot. But I don't think it's impossible. Like I think it's hard to tell. Maybe the point here is just like level for like Samira or something like that. Wait for hero augments and then play around that. Because it feels awkward not making your items because you have so many components on bench. But then what happens here is we roll like really really deep. Also here we could just watch the roll down here. I think you miss a couple of the sure shots, which is unfortunate. Okay. Like this silver here. If we're gonna play around the Samira, that we should be picking up the silvers. But okay. Yeah, okay. Um I think the sport is like okay. And then probably just like waiting one turn to see what these augments are. Like it feels bad, but the thing is, like this augment can completely change how you want to play the game, depending on if you hit spread shot versus if you hit like Daredevil versus if you hit gold, which is a potential augment outcome. But the thing is, now that we still have like Last Whisper Gunblade, like you still can play like spread shot with this, but it doesn't feel as good as if you had like different items open. But now we hit the hero augments.
It's yeah, spread shot front and center.
Yeah, so now we like we're kind of turned off from spread shot. We're kind of turned off from playing from MF. And I think with the direction that we're going here and the fact that we already have a Samira, I think I would have preferred if you just kind of kept rolling until you hit a Samira augment and then went with that. Because it would make Samira pair, and also we do have really good Samira items with Last Whisper Gunvoid. Um, so that would make it pretty good to play around. It's you're not going to be guaranteed to hit because you could hit Sejuani, but I just think that's probably our best spot is if we roll and we hope for Samira.
Okay.
We end up
My
taking
my
Void
my
Verdict.
other
Yeah,
thought, right,
yeah.
is once we get to like those final two rolls, right? I think it's either the last augment or the last two augments. They're currently randomized, right? They're not tailored. So
Oh,
that was definitely in my head as well, is that they're currently
um.
bugged to
Oh
not be
no.
tailored.
Oh no. I think the bug, is like sometimes there's like an error. I think it depends on your other traits or something like that. Um, I'm not 100% sure. I probably should look into this, especially if it's not fixed by next patch. But
Yeah,
I think it's
I'm
like,
sure he'll address Mortdog will address it in like the patch rundown or something.
yeah, I think it's something like where it's like if you have a trait in and the trait doesn't have a, I could be wrong on this, as like disclaimer, but I think it's like if you have a trait in and the trait doesn't have the cost that they're looking for, then they might just give something random. So like, for example, if you have civilian in, it rolls for a 4 cost civilian, but there's no such thing as a 4 cost civilian. and it like errors, so it just gives a random unit. That's something
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
happen. Another thing is I'm pretty sure the third the third augment slot is always support. And I'm pretty sure this one is correct. So for example, like Make It Rain is MF support augment. I think you roll once, and the next one is Shatter, which is Sedge support compared to like Glacial Prison, and then you roll again and you hit Belveth support. Yeah. Did you want to say something?
So I don't know if you saw like just to kind of put in for example, right, is like Soju's tweet from the Corrupted Cup is
Yeah.
when he was rolling for the Samira support augment while having Underground, Brawler, and Civilian in,
Yeah.
and he went from getting Brawler to Admin to Ox to
Yeah.
to
So
Threat
I think
again.
that is the reasoning is because he had civilian in or something like that. And because he had civilian in, it just bugged out because it kept trying to give him like 4 cost civilians. And then because of that, it gave him some like random stuff. So that's yeah, that's something that should definitely be
Yeah.
like addressed.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's why when I saw Shatter, I was considering it. But then, like, with 3 rolls left still, I was like, all right, we could get the Samira support augment.
yeah,
But,
exactly. I think that's what you're probably looking for. Like if you miss, it sucks, but like the difference between taking Daredevil and like every single other option that we have is I feel like is like just too huge. Because if we had Daredevil here, we have Samira pair. It's not like completely unrealistic to hit Samira 2 on 7 from that spot. Um, and we'd probably just be in like a way better spot. We end up settling with the Belveth support one, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think this one's like all that great. It's kind of hard in this spot now though because we're running so low on time. But oh, also wait, do we have Samir repair? Oh, we already had Samir repair. So actually, yeah, I think for sure you probably just roll until you hit Samira, because then actually guarantees Samira too. Um, but we end up hitting, and yeah, I think this is probably the most impactful part of the game though. Is like the 4-1 itemization and then the hero augments. Like hero augments are such a big swing depending on what you take. So you really want to be sure that you're taking the best one for your spot, but not only that, but also thinking about what the best one for your spot is both on 3-1 and 4-1 so that you're ready to make the decision and then also so you could tailor your augments. Like a good habit that's also good to get into is like checking the weather on 4-1, just so you know if you want to take exaggerated reporting or not. Because if it's windy, you might want like exaggerated windy. That's just like an example. But if you're playing around like Sure Shot Samira, then you want to make sure that you have maybe Sure Shot in, and you might not want Ace if you don't want the potential for MF. You might not want to have like either Brawler or Defender in because it would give Sedge and Set when you're really just looking for Samira. Just like some examples of you don't have to tailor as hard as before because you have 4 rerolls, but you still want to tailor so that you definitely have a chance to get the augments that you're looking for, and also so you don't have so many options that you might not get the option that you're looking for. So just like thinking about that is really important. So from like this 4-1 spot, I'd either be thinking of Spread Shot or Daredevil. But with the Samira pair, it might just be better to just play around Daredevil. But before that, I think Spread Shot with maybe like Shojin Hodge play around the bow or something could have also been good. Okay. Do you have any like input on that?
No, I pretty much agree with most of it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like there's a chance that this next augment could have just been gold, but You just always have to be ready for hero augments and make sure that you're playing around it as like optimally as you can. Um, yeah, okay, I think the items on here are okay. Let me see, is there um okay. And we get Belveth too. Okay. I mean this guy's just like, extremely strong. I think we could have made 30 here. I think we didn't. We were like holding on to the Yasuo. Do you know like any reason in particular you want to like hold on to like the Yasuo? Because I think
No,
he's like
actually,
stick around for a while.
there were a couple points where I even said like, why is this Yasuo still on my bench?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even know how he lasted that long on there. I
Yeah.
feel like every time I was ready to like roll or make econ, I'm like, wait, why is he still here? I just completely like blanked on actually getting rid of him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Um.
that was definitely not intentional. I can promise you that.
Okay. I think Urgot was a potential option here, just for like the Urgot. Maybe you could even make a vow on him. It's not the worst thing ever, but getting a third item on our 2-star Samira is like fine. Renans is like okay. And our board's like not the best, and also we're 34, so I
You
think
know,
rolling
looking
just for
back,
some.
Hodge probably would have been better to synergize with Jewel Lotus as well.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Also, it kills a tier. The problem is your
Yep.
components were just not very good. Just tier, cloak, tier. Like you kind of wanted to kill a tier, but even if you like kill a tier with Hodge, you still have like cloak tier, which isn't like so much better.
Right.
You could be right though. Hodge synergizing with Jeweled Lotus. You do have like a lot of excess healing though. At that point, you have Gunblade, Hodge, Thrill, so that would also be a little bit awkward. I think the Runens was alright, and we end up getting a decent blue buff holder. Blue buff Belveth isn't the worst thing ever either. I mean, it's not something that you would try to make, but with the 2 tiers, there's not really much to do. Um,
There
and
goes
we
the Yasuo
pass.
finally.
Yeah, we got rid of the Yasuo. Uh, I think just like holding a sure shot, or maybe even playing one. I think sure shot over like probably this Echo, I guess, would probably have been better. We passed up on a couple of Sivers.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think I just kind of tunneled a little bit, completely forgot to pick up another sure shot, and then by the time that I needed it, I didn't get one.
Hmm.
Which I think definitely probably cost me a placement since that was about 2 rounds worth of no sure shots, 3 rounds.
Yeah. And then summed the blue buff a little bit late, but it's okay. This guy has, I think, Static Shiv Annie. Wait, she has Shiv, Spark Annie, okay. With Axiom Arc?
This was the
That's
guy that
interesting.
had the guard breaker shiv and I think archangels early game, and I was like, I have no idea what this guy is
Oh,
doing.
yeah. Oh, also this one kind of cost us a bit of HP, unfortunately. I
Yep.
mean, you had the right idea. You could even maybe potentially win this round. But in general, I probably wouldn't even sack the ASOL. Like, if you're gonna sack a unit, it's probably gonna be like Zac or Echo. I think the
Uh,
Riven can hold down for a little bit, and you can like kind of you'd either like put the like go like Samira, ASOL, and then like Echo, or you could put like Echo Samira and then like ASOL Zac or something on the side. Just until this guy's out of your pool. But yeah, I think your ASOL is like even if you got the swap off here, it would have been better because you'd rather have your ASOL hooked than your Samira. But
yeah.
even this like blue buff ASOL too, I think I would want to be protecting a little bit more. If you could cast like 2 or 3 times and get a pretty decent amount of damage off. Yeah. But yeah, this is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely cost us probably like half a placement.
Yeah, maybe yeah, could have been like potentially fourth if we didn't lose here. I'm not sure if we would have won. Let me see again. Oh, wrong fights. I think we could have won though.
Yeah, I think so. His front line's pretty weak. What's it called? Urgot was in the middle. Samira would have been left side.
Mhm.
I think it definitely would have been a win had Samira not gotten hooked.
Yeah, it would have. You might have still lost, but it would have at least definitely would have been a 5-0. Something like within like 2 units either way. Okay. Then we get a sword, Nico, and the Senna, so we get a pretty decent drop.
And then thankfully the Sivir was in shop. Should we not have hit
Yeah.
the Senna?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think here we're definitely just playing for top four, so just getting all the units online as fast as possible is good. We're still trying to kind of find a better unit for this Echo, or at least something to pair with it, because it's kind of just like random Echo right now.
Right. Ideally, what I was kind of looking for was to transfer the Riven items onto Zac and put in a what's it called? Um, Alistar and Vi, and then maybe hit an Ace down the line. That way we get a little bit of Aegis in because I did notice there were like 2 or 3 AP players.
Hmm. Okay. Ace. Let's see. I'm not sure. Oh, I think this carousel is a little. Okay. So wait, what were your
Yeah,
thoughts on the items on the carousel here?
I honestly did not know where to go with this. I kind of wanted a frontline item,
Mm-hmm.
but we already had a Sunfire. Obviously, Ox Crest can't really do much because no Ox. Shroud would have been an okay option had I already had a 3 item frontline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Titans for a frontline. Locket could have been good. Edge of Night's out of question. So I feel like the options were really it's Fimbulwinter, right? I forget that. Or
It's
is
Knight's
Vow
Vow.
or
Knight's Vow,
oh
yeah.
okay, it's Vow. So Vow, Stoneplate, and Locket were pretty much my 3 that I was considering. And then the reason I went with Stoneplate is because like I was essentially going to put it on the Sedge because she's always going to be like in the line of fire to get that first cast off really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up going on the Riven just because she was actually taking much heavier fire, and it did allow her to stay alive throughout the round, so that Belveth wouldn't target anyone else.
Yeah,
But
okay.
that's kind of the thought process behind that was to get a frontline item,
Yeah,
but also to get one that was like really like solid.
okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think I agree with like getting a frontline item, but I think the better options were actually either Vow or Bramble. So like late game, there's usually a lot of like crit users, and like whether it be IE, Jeweled Lotus, Bram, or IE, JG, Jeweled Lotus, or Recon, there are usually a lot of those users in the late game. So I think Bramble is already really, really good. Stoneplate is kind of an awkward item. I think it's an item that kind of falls off a bit. And unless you're playing something like Set or maybe Echo who like taunts and pulls aggro to him, or even like Riven, I guess is like okay because she taunts at the beginning of a round as a defender. It's like not super good. And then if you're thinking like you want Sejuani to cast and you want to put it on Sedge, Vow is always better because it gives starting mana, and then also Protector's Vow actually gives like bonus starting mana. So it lets you get the first cast off faster, and it also gives you a shield at like 40% health. So you could if you put like Vow on a Sejuani, even a Sedge 1, you could like almost be sure that she'll get the first cast off.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're thinking like you want an item on Sedge and you want her to cast, then Val would always be better. I don't think Stone Point late game is super great. So I think Bramble is the better tank option, and Val is the better option if you're more concerned about casting.
Okay.
I think this is good though. Like even just waiting before the round start to see who you want to put the item on. I have a question about like this positioning here. Like what made you put I think it was for this round, what made you put like Asol and this cubby here?
Oh, that was when we were gonna verse the Urgot in the middle, right?
Uh-huh.
And also, I think the team was more like mid right side. I just kind of wanted to keep Asol as far away from the right side like as possible.
Okay.
And I don't remember if I move him on this round or not. If not, I
Yeah.
do mean to kind of put him back.
Oh, I think you do. Yeah. I was just wondering why
Yeah,
you
yeah, okay.
switched him for that round.
Yeah, because in his current positioning, like where he is right now, he'll get hit by Urgot if Urgot is doing mid. But if he's
Uh-huh.
above Samira, then both him and Samira are protected.
Okay.
That's pretty much all.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Uh, he might be safer just like in this corner potentially. I'm not sure. Uh, but I think that's okay. All right, we kill this guy. This guy had an interesting build. Axiom Viego. Um, and yeah, now we're just like trying to bleed out into like a fourth if possible. That one round with the hook kind of hurt a bit, and then it took us like a little while to find our board. I do think our rolls were actually pretty fortunate
Yep.
in we had like Samira 2, Asol 2, Belveth 2 on 7, and then we were able to upgrade these guys with fairly little gold on 8. It was just unfortunate that we were like kind of a little bit too low by the time we got to this point. And then I think yeah, we fight this guy and we just lose because Ascension.
And double shroud. That
Yeah.
definitely hurts because Sedge got shrouded there, so she gets off a very late cast, and then doesn't even get a chance for a double cast.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that we lost. I thought we would win this against Samira 1, but I guess Ascension plus like this set is just like too much for our team to handle right now.
All right.
Yeah. But okay, yeah. So I think just like the biggest thing or like the most significant part of the game, there were like a decent amount of stuff to talk about, but I think the most significant part of the game is just like hero augments. And also just like how hard it was to like pivot from this board. Like I think it's just easiest to commit to this board. Once we had like the double Samira, maybe we could have just went for that. But in general, in most games, I just be looking to play around the board that we currently have right now, especially since our econ is like not that great. Because if you wanted to make a Samira pivot here, you'd have to level, which would leave us at like 30 something gold. 30 something gold to like completely replace an entire board, since like again you don't really want any of these units on a Samira board, besides like the Riven, would take a lot of work, and there is a chance that we can just stay anima for the whole game. It's not that bad to go like Shojin plus like Shojin Spark Hodge or something like that, and just play around anima. And also, when we don't have that much direction, and this augment can change how we play the game, even just like greeting items for this 4-1 rounds. Like even if it was gold augment here, maybe you get Anima Squad Crest or something like that, which makes you wanna play around Anima even more. Yeah, just like thinking about the augment in advance and trying to think what like the best augments could be, and then playing around that.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Uh,
good.
yeah, I think that's probably the biggest part of this. or my biggest takeaway. Do you have any other points or questions?
I guess one just question about anima in general is obviously because Silas Nasus are 1-star units, Jinx is 2-star. Like, how does this really pivot into late game if we were to continue with anima? Like, do they stay on the board the whole game for 7 anima, or do we drop down to 5 with the +1 and then like put others in? Like, what's that final comp kind of look like more so?
If you were to play, um, you do want to play 7 anima. If you don't have 7, then you would probably play 5 for now. Like maybe try to get in MF, and then just play around 5 for a bit, and then slowly transition down to like maybe 3 and get in like Sedge Echo and stuff like that in, and then just keep like MF, Jinx, and like Riven or something like that. It's really easy to keep everything if you have 7 anima, because the 7 anima buff is actually so strong that it's kind of okay to hold Silas Nasus. Like it doesn't feel that great. It's like best if you have like 2 spats so that you can like cut some of the worst units. But the 7 anima buff is actually so strong, and also if you've been holding it the whole game, like you have been, and you've been like killing at least an okay amount of units, the bonus HP that you get along with the 60, I believe it's 60 AP or 65 AP you get from 7 anima is like super super strong. If you have like anima opener and you have a chance for +1 anima or anima spat or something, I think playing towards 7 is like really really good. It's also pretty straightforward. Uh, and then if this is like hero augments, it makes it even a little bit easier because you could pick toward playing towards Spreadshot Vein. If you played Spreadshot Vein, you'd probably pivot into like the recons a bit. Like you have the recons here that you could potentially play into. And then just like any front line, like threat front line or whatever. You could play like 3 or 5 anima, but eventually that would transition down. Or if you hit like the MF augments, you could also play around that. And yeah. Yeah, so basically what I'm getting at is if you have a +1, you definitely play 7. And if not, then you probably just play around like in this spot, you probably just play around 5 for now, but then slowly pivot out down to like 3 or 0.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. All right, I think that's it from me. Do you have anything else?
Nope, works for me. I appreciate it again. This was very good.
All right, cool, cool, cool. You just DM me if you have any more questions or if you want to like work this out another time.
Sounds good, man. Thanks again so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck.
All right, thanks. Bye.
See you.